Hello everybody, welcome back, I'm MrRedClaw. Welcome back to an episode of Formula 1 2021 My Team Career, this time for the Belgian Grand Prix. Before we get into it, head down below, like and subscribe, it does help out a lot, and let's get right into it. So here we are back at Spa in Belgium. Of course, we had, I'm pretty sure, sorry, I remember now, last season we didn't have the best of races, so I'm pretty sure my engine blew up right as I was going up Eau Rouge and Radlyon over here, and I DNF'd out of that race, I'm pretty sure. So that's not good, so let's see if we can actually have some good luck this time around at one of my favourite circuits in the game. And just in general on the Formula 1 calendar, as usually there's just absolutely brilliant races. Of course, this season that has just been, of course there was no race because of the rain. There was just too much rain. That sucks because it would have been really interesting to see what George Russell could do in P3 in that Williams. Actually, not P3, P2 even. That would have been interesting. But I guess, you know, if there wasn't a race, but he got P2 in there, so first Williams podium since like 2017, so that was quite cool to see. But here we are, lap 3 of quali, and we are 2/10 up. But I'm just going to tell you right now, the car did not feel good in the corners. On the straights we were really quick, but in the corners I was just losing so much time. I'm running the same setup as I did last season, and it definitely felt a lot better last season than it does now, because the car just does not want to turn in. I even had to brake earlier, turn in earlier and all of that stuff, just to actually make the setup work. So I really have no clue what's going on over here. But as we go into the last corner, 4/10 up, we are currently P16, we cross the line and we go P15, so not really too good, but that's where the car is at the moment. Lewis takes pole from Norris, from Bottas. Big fight over there with Mercedes and McLaren. Really exciting to see what's going to happen in the remainder of the season between those two. But let's see what we can do. Let's see what we can do during the race.
We're in Belgium once again for today's round of the Formula 1 World Championship. It's a race the great Ayrton Senna won 6 times, and in 2019, Charles Leclerc became the first driver to take their maiden win here since Michael Schumacher in 1992. So here we are once again, ready to go racing through the Ardennes forest. 4.35 miles of long straights, fast corners, and massive elevation changes. It makes this not only one of the most exciting circuits on the calendar, but one that makes for some consistently high-quality racing as well. Simply put it, there really is no place quite like Spa. And it's an absolute pleasure to be joined once again by Anthony Davidson. Why don't we discuss McLaren? What do you make of their performance so far this season?
Well, the atmosphere within that team seems very positive at the moment. Everyone seems like they're in great spirits and having a lot of fun doing what they do, and that's definitely contributed to the performances we've seen.
Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting race. Lewis Hamilton lines up on pole position, edging out Lando Norris, who'll start from P2. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Bottas, Ricciardo, Sergio Perez and Verstappen, Sainz, Leclerc, Giovinazzi and Sebastian Vettel, Ocon, Gasly, Yuki Tsunoda and Stroll, Red, Russell and Guan Yu Zhou and Nicholas Latifi, Lundgaard, Delatraz, Mick Schumacher and Nikita Mazepin. It's almost time for the lights to go out, so let's head down to the track and get this Grand Prix underway.
So here I am lined up in P15 at the Belgian Grand Prix over here in Spa. And we are just waiting for the lights to go out, and we are underway. Is it going to be a good start? Not really. I really need to get those starts down, as I lose so much time and places at those starts. It's going to be a big problem in Russia because, of course, the long straight over here. But over here, the shortest straight towards the first turn, and we move up to P13 straight away. We are behind the 2 Alpha Tauris going up Eau Rouge and Radlyon over here. They are fighting side by side. They went side by side up Eau Rouge. Absolutely brilliant stuff. Are we going to be able to overtake him? I'm right behind Pierre Gasly, right behind him. I'm going to go for the double move, but it actually turns out to be a disaster. I'm going too deep. Tsunoda turns in and I damage my front wing. We've got some lime yellowish damage on my front left wing, and as you can see, we get passed by both AlphaTauris again, passed by Stroll. I try to go back at him, but I just do not have enough downforce anymore to actually make these turns work like the other cars do. As you can see, Esteban Ocon goes past, trying my hardest to actually make this work, but as you can see, George Russell 3 wide going into this left-hander. As George Russell goes past, Lundgaard tried to go past as well, but he didn't make it. As we move on towards later on in the lap, as we actually make some more contact with Ocon over there, but it doesn't really matter because we are going to pit in anyway, because we do need to change that front wing, so we're just losing so much time. Therefore, I would have stayed on here for like until lap 5 or 6 when we had to go in. I would have just lost probably more time than like the 20-ish seconds that we are going to lose in the pit stop over here. I guess we're going to see Tsunoda actually comes in as well as Guan Yu Zhou over here and Nicholas Latifi, so there must have been some further contact down the grid behind us when we were crashing into the two AlphaTauris, as we just about managed to get out in front of Yuki Tsunoda over there. I nearly spin trying to get out quickly as possible, but as you can see, we actually got on the hards because I thought that we're definitely not going to get to the end of the race on mediums, but that means that we are just going to be way slower than the AlphaTauri of Yuki Tsunoda over here as he goes onto the mediums. So does Guan Yu Zhou and Nicholas Latifi. Doesn't really matter about them though, as we're just way faster than them. As you can see, lap 6, Pierre Gasly is out, so maybe because of the contact we had with him earlier. But as you can see, within the kind of like 5-ish laps that Yuki Tsunoda had, he has built up a gap of 3 seconds. We definitely don't have enough grip and speed on these tyres, but I definitely think, as you're going to see towards later on in this video, that I definitely wouldn't have been able to actually make it to the end on the medium tyres. I definitely would have lost a couple of positions, so maybe best that I went on the hard tyres. Maybe I actually would have maybe had the initial pace, but then I would have actually been so much slower towards the end. I would have been able to wouldn't have been able to actually defend from everyone. Talking about defending, Louis Delatraz just lets us pass over there, but we did have ERS and DRS and the slipstream. We absolutely blitzed past our teammate in the other Red Sprint Racing car. As more people pit, we actually move up to P16 now, but as you can see, lap 8, Tsunoda 3.6 seconds ahead, lap 10 6 seconds ahead. We just definitely wouldn't have been able to challenge him, maybe even on the medium tyres. So it's actually probably going to work out better that we are on the hard tyres, because we actually have a chance. We actually have enough tyre wear to actually fight Delatraz now, who is trying to actually overtake me up the hill over there, but he actually doesn't go for it. But he is going to have DRS down the straight, but we have a setup focused on the top speed in a straight line, and even with DRS he actually could not be able to overtake. As you can see over there, we actually re-overtake him even before we get into the corner. We definitely had just better top speed in the car over there, as on lap 10 I make a bit of a mistake over there. I just go up too wide and actually damage my underbody over there. Just slight damage, minimal damage, so not too much actually. I didn't even notice at all that we actually had the damage. But into the first turn of the final lap, Tsunoda is 9 seconds ahead, Lundgaard is 7.5 seconds ahead, Schumacher, Mazepin are 2 seconds behind. Louis Delatraz is our main focus, and I kind of let him pass on purpose over there to get DRS, but not really. I actually kind of just messed up. It was kind of like, yeah, should I let him pass, should I not? But I did kind of make a mistake over there, went a bit too kind of wide in. But as you can see, 345 was that kilometers an hour top speed over there with the DRS, ERS and slipstream, and we just blitzed past him once again. But that's it for a race. Nothing really exciting happened apart from that lap 1 mess that we basically caused and people caused behind us. But we definitely don't have enough pace to even challenge for points this time around. Maybe in some race to go, I definitely want to kind of focus on the kind of parts to develop that we can actually fight for points towards the end of this season. But yeah, not the worst of race. Oh, well, it is kind of a bad race, but I guess it could have been even worse if we went onto the medium tyres.
What a great race then, and what a magnificent victory here at the Belgium Grand Prix. Anthony Davidson, a resounding victory today. What set them apart from the rest?
Well, I honestly feel it was down to the driver and car today. I mean, we can talk driver skill all day, but if you don't have a solid team to back that, you're never going to get anywhere. When you hit that sweet spot of having both an excellent driver and an incredible car, that's when you see results like those we witnessed today.
And look at that, they're making their way out onto the podium now. Great race from the McLaren team, and I'm really happy to see them there on the top step of the podium.
So it's actually Lando Norris who takes his first win, I'm pretty sure, of the My Team career mode. Bottas coming in second and Daniel Ricciardo coming in third. A 1-3 for McLaren. Lewis drops from pole to P4, definitely a bad race for him. In the driver's standings, we stay P9, losing points on the 2 Ferrari drivers ahead, but still P9 in the car that we have. Second worst car on the grid, still not bad. In the constructor standings, me and AlphaTauri, us and AlphaTauri, haven't moved. We had the first couple good races, but now we are just absolutely don't have enough pace to score some points. Maybe in a couple races to go. But for now, that's going to be. Hope you guys enjoyed. Like, share, subscribe. See you guys next time. Bye bye.